Hey friends, I'm Joespresso, and welcome back to Gods of Sand. I wanted to cover really quickly a new update that just came out. The passive skills, or at least some of them, have just dropped, and they look incredible. The two things happened in this update that I want to cover. Number one, some damage numbers were given to active skills, and number two, the passive skills dropped. So I'm looking at Luca right now, and as you can see, I already bought one. The first one I bought was basic attacks deal 2 bleeding damage to your opponent. This is incredible because this is a tank bleed build, right? So this is only good for us. There are a couple of others that are very, very powerful for this build, but I wanted to go over most of the passive skills. So weak point is going to be an absolutely fantastic addition to any build that deals critical hits. Deep relaxation is very, very good for this build and any tanky build, really any build at all, since it gives you a free heal anytime you rest, which if you're not using reinvigorate, you will do several times a fight. Powerful legs gives your kick the ability to push enemies 2 squares away, so while you're kicking between shoves, this will give you a little more room to work with. Light of knowledge, every time you use an active skill, a magical projectile deals int divided by 4 to your opponent. This is great, and we'll cover why in just a minute. Equilibrium adds +1 to a random stat every single turn, which is great for any long-term build, like going tank or powering up your sword like Luca and Marcel. Sharp Blade is your basic attacks deal 2 bleeding damage, so you apply bleeds every single turn, as long as you hit. Quick casting reduces the cooldown of all abilities by 1 turn, which means that Clear Cut now has a 2-turn cooldown instead of 3 turns. Toxic Whiff poisons your opponent at the beginning of a battle. I'm not sure exactly how poisons work, but we can test it out. Stir Up, every basic attack you land, you receive plus 10% strength. This is another really, really good long-term battle plan. If I wasn't going bleed on this, I could use that to slowly increase how hard Luca hit. And the last passive skill that is available, your attacks now recover your HP for 50% of their damage. If you like the tanky aspect of Luca's build, but you want something a little different than the bleed approach, these 2 skills would be a great way to go about it. The alternative being something like quick casting and light of knowledge to use your intelligence to damage. But I'm going to try that a little bit with Marcel and see how it all works. These question marks are places where the passive skills have not been implemented yet, but there's plenty to explore already. So let's test this out. Alright, so the upgrades made to Marcel are I added Light of Knowledge, Equilibrium, Quick Casting, and Bloodlust. So I need a little bit of healing for Marcel, and then we're going to be imbuing, shoving, kicking. As a matter of fact, let's empower our kick just a little bit so we can even more efficiently prolong a fight. So yeah, those are the skills we're going to do for Marcel. Let's see how they work. Alright, so sending Marcel right into Arena 4, which he has not done yet. We'll see how well the skills work. Okay, so the passive already started working for me, but the inventory and skills seem to be off. So at the moment there seems to be some issues going on with the skills and inventory, so I can't really test, as well as the Gladiator generation. Alright. So this might just be an issue with existing saves and loading those up. Let's check. Alright, so I started a new game. It seems that mantra are the inventory and skills tabs are now working fine, as well as range is also working fine. So this seems to only be an issue of Incompatible save. Alright, so here we are back at the arena, and we've done a couple things. Mostly we've gotten shove and a couple of passives. So now we're gaining 1 stat point every turn. But I'm just going to go ahead and work to end this fight. Alright, so skills are now showing damage pop-ups. We're going to train up his intelligence a little more since we have Light of Knowledge now. And we're going to work toward Unfair Exchange, even though I don't think I'm going to use it. Okay, so his intelligence is now 4. We should be doing damage with our passive skill, as it does not round up. So with only 3 intelligence, I don't think he'll be doing any damage. Okay, so first off, we're just going to use Mantra. And I just use that to see if I do damage, and I do. We're going to wait. Clear cut. Going to attack. And attack. Clear cut. And attack. There we go. And end the fight. Okay, so we're back to this guy. It didn't take us very long. I made a mistake already. I'm gonna go ahead and step forward again. And hit him with that bleed. Then we will Mantra. Oh yeah, this is working great. There we go. It was a close fight, but we won without too much difficulty. Received made a weapon, 76 gold, and we should have unlocked the new arena as well. Which is where we'll be doing a fair bit of grinding. Let's get to that. Let's do this. Get some training speed up. Alright, so it seems like Head is once more the king of bleed. And here's the reason why. With the new passive skill that applies 2 bleed for every attack, the regular bleed usually does 4, but will now do 6 with the added passive. But because unarmed hits twice, they get 2 stacks for each of those hits, meaning that the initial bleed is 8 and increases by 4 every turn. Which is incredible. Alright, so we're back to the Arena 2 boss, and I think they changed the music up a bit. I really like it. We're going to start off with a clear cut, do our normal process. He's charging up, which I don't remember. Ow. And he healed off of that for 16. Oh, I'm in trouble. I guess I just rest? And I've died to bleed. Wow. Okay, so it seems like the bosses are much stronger now, since they also utilize all of the abilities that have been revamped. So I'm going to leave this video here. If you like the video, hit the like button and consider subscribing. Leave a comment below and let me know what you think of the new passive skills. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time when we try and rebuild our tank.
I grew up in a place where they told you what to chase, told you how to run the race. Every move was on the page, but I didn't like their way.